Last Friday, I was having a conversation with a group of people. We were on one of those Zoom calls. One of the things that came up is we started talking about the words accountability and commitment and stuff like that. And it highlighted for me something that is very important, a clear distinction that I've talked about before, but I was invited to bring it up again. When we talk about commitment, commitment is a word that we like to use to say I'm committed to this, or this is something that I've committed to. Usually what that is a commitment is a very sincere and profound intention to do something. But when we use the word commitment, a lot of times we say, and I'm going to ask some people to help me with that, and so I need accountability partners. And when the minute we start to talk about bringing in accountability partners, our commitment becomes more like an intention. We intend to do something, and because I'm not sure or confident or how I'm going to do it, we ask other people to help hold us accountable for it. And that diminishes really the level of commitment. The reason I bring that up is that in my life I've had a few things where I know I've made a commitment to. And the level of commitment that I made to it is that as it was so. There was no doubt that I was going to do it, even though I had no idea how I was going to do it. And a perfect example is 9 years ago when I got on my bike and rode my bike for an hour a day for 100 days in a row. I made a commitment one day to ride my bike for an hour a day for 100 days in a row. I had no idea how I was going to do it. I had no idea if I could do it. But it was like right from that moment when I did it, the reasons I did it, the motivation and inspiration behind it, why I was doing it. I got on that bike on day one, and there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to figure out a way to get there. There was no doubt in my mind. So it was as though it was so. And sure enough, 100 days later, 100 consecutive days later, I celebrated the fact that I was able to honor that commitment. So I want to introduce like 4 words to you. There's commitment, there's intention, there's accountability, and there's responsibility. When we make a commitment to do something, what we are doing is we are taking responsibility for getting it done. I don't need an accountability partner. And the reason I don't need an accountability is because I've made a commitment to the point where, hey, I've got this. I am taking responsibility for this. I'm going to get it done. So when we talk about people, they say, well, yeah, that's awesome, man. What do you need from me? I don't need you to hold me accountable, because if I'm asking you to hold me accountable, it means that I feel that somewhere along the way I'm going to get lost. I'm going to have trouble honoring my commitment. No, if it's a commitment, there's nothing I need to worry about honoring it with. What I need from somebody there, if they say I'm making a commitment and I'm accepting responsibility, what I'm doing is I'm saying, if you want to cheer me on, if you want to encourage me, if you want to support me by, just acknowledging what I'm doing, great. But I don't need you to hold me accountable, because I don't have any intentions of failing, and and my commitment is to the level. It's not an intention to succeed. It's a commitment that I will. So when you start to think about using the word commitment, own it. Commitment says, I will do this. Not I hope to, I plan to, I intend to. It's I will do this. I'm accepting responsibility for me. And you don't need to check up on me. But if you want to watch and celebrate and cheer me on, knock yourself out. But you don't need to worry about me. If I say, hey, I need an accountability partner, what I've done is I've shifted into the word of intention. I intend to honor my commitment, but in case I fall down, in case I struggle, I need you to be there to hit me over the head and remind me of what I committed to. I'm not judging intention versus commitment, but I'm reminding you, if you say I'm making a commitment to someone, step into it, take responsibility for it, get it done, and move on. Have a great day.